Hello, friends. Welcome to another book review done by yours truly, Monish. And thank you for joining me. So, today again, we have another self help, self improvement book, which is kind of a classic. It's almost legendary and has always been acclaimed as one of the best self help books that are out there. So, the book that we're going to review today is The Magic of Thinking Big by David Schwartz. And this book was first published in 1959. Well, if you have chosen to find out about this book, to read this book, and to acquaint yourself with the concepts that are outlined in this book, I think you're already on a journey towards success, even though the steps are rather rudimentary. It's just a beginning, but at least the direction is established and we are on our way. And this is where this book comes in. Uh, you know, at the very beginning of this journey towards success is the time when we will need to pick this book up, because that is the time when this book will fill our minds with all the positive and support thoughts that we need uh, to begin this journey towards success, to stay on this journey towards success. And that's how I felt when I read this book. So what happens is that the author, he's emphasizing on achieving success, and he's emphasizing on achieving success by focusing on two things: a, by thinking positive all the time, and b, by thinking big all the time. So in that sense, although it is very important to think big and think positive all the time, but after you've been reading this book for a while, and I was reading it, and almost after 200 pages, I realized that the whole approach is too simplistic. It seems as if the author is imagining a utopia where do this and this will happen, do this and that will happen, and do this and that will happen. Almost like this book is like out of place. It is very appropriate for its time when it was written in 1959, when things were not so nuanced, it's not so complicated, and hard work did lead to success, and positive thinking did lead to success. So what happens is that you get this feeling that the author is living in this world, a sort of a utopia, where the approach he's taken is too simplistic, and you feel a need to have a nuanced approach. You feel a need to see a more complex, or rather a more elaborate set of instructions for you to follow and achieve success, that will help you achieve success in the long run, right? So it does appear to be more to be very simplistic, and it does leave you feeling the need for a more nuanced approach and a better set of instructions to follow, because of which in the end it fails to give you this tailor-made solution that you and I, all of us as individuals, need for our lives. And I believe as a reader, this is what we need to realize, that books like these, authors like David Schwartz, they can get us in the right frame of mind. They can help us to begin this journey towards success, but they can never really, solve our problems for us. I mean, they can provide a framework, but we will need to uh, make that effort. We will need to, uh, you know, do the analysis and look for uh, those tailor-made solutions. And that too is quite a big deal, right? I mean, if a book can force you to think about success and about positive and big thinking, uh, that again, I think, is quite an achievement from the author, and puts us on the track towards success. And this is certainly how I felt. Yes, I wish the author had laid down more elaborate rules for me to follow, but I'm happy that the author got me in a frame of mind where I felt a craving, almost a yearning for success, and I'm looking at my life and my situation from a different perspective and looking at situations where I can make more improvements to provide a tailor-made solution for myself. So the feeling that you get reading this book and many such books is that you yourself, you can be the architect of your success. And that's how I feel after reading this book. So keeping that in mind, I think we should recommend this book to almost everyone, anyone and everyone uh, looking to, find a way, or look for ways to achieve success more expediently in their lives, should actually read this book. And yes, it will help if you read this book at the beginning of your journey, not when you become an expert on so many other topics and already are used to a nuanced approach. So this book will then come across as rather generic. But in the beginning, great book, and even otherwise, great book to get you in that positive, big frame of working mind. Well, having said that, this has been my book review for uh, The Magic of Thinking Big. And soon I'll come back to you with another book review, but I think this time it's going to be a work of fiction because, again, I feel a need to read something classic, aesthetic, more entertaining. Well, thank you so much for watching this video, and I'll get back with another one pretty soon. Till then, so long.